Well, time now to take a look at the papers, and with us to review them in the studio is former editor of the Daily Star, it's Dawn Needham, and UK editor of The Big Issue is Paul McNamee. You're filling that screen nicely there, Paul. We appreciate your time. Well, let's get straight down to business then. We're going to talk about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. This is in the Times, you picked this out. What I can't work out is, so Spotify are basically not renewing the podcast. And one industry expert is saying, look, they've exhausted all lines of stories, and this is them retreating. What do you think?
I think that expert is right, and they're not alone. It's the general consensus of opinion. This is the story that the £18 million deal has been axed with Spotify, which is a streaming giant, obviously, because the Sussexes have produced one podcast and a half-hour holiday special in the 3 years they've had this deal, and there have been one series of Archetypes series as well, which is Meghan's production company. So Meghan's spokesperson is saying that she will develop her streaming and on another platform.
Oh, right, okay.
But you do have to wonder, Leah, whether it is running out of steam. A few weeks ago, Harry and Meghan announced that they were going to step back, not be quite as public, and concentrate on the future rather than looking back at the past. As we know, we've had the 6-part Netflix series about looking back at the past, Harry's book, Spare, which is a bestseller, so they've made loads of money from that one as well. So it remains to be seen as to where they do go with this one. And as we know, Harry is also in court fighting lots of court cases at the moment, which is costing the British taxpayer money as well. But
well, they've got 2 kids. They haven't got much time on their hands. Let's hope they can focus on that family.
Yes.
Moving on then, Paul, this is The Telegraph, and it's the former Bank of England, isn't it, Mark Carney? He's talking about the elephant in the room, isn't he?
He very much is. And this morning we've been talking about how inflation is impacting cost of living, mortgages, people having to give up retirement to go back to work, and here apparently very much bit bar a lot of Brexiteers from this time as Governor of the Bank of England saying, well, look, we did warn you about this. We ran reports. We looked at the shock, the economic shock that Brexit would bring, and he says it brings me no joy in saying, we told you so. He looks at how the weaker pound, higher prices and slower growth are, he says, as a result of Brexit and Brexit breaks, and what we are missing from our union with the European Union.
Yeah, he's saying he feels vindicated here, doesn't he? Saying, actually, you should have listened to me.
He does, but he says he takes no pleasure in it, and you got to take a man at his word. Who wants to be the person who stands by the burning building and says, I told you not to play with matches? So that's kind of where he is. It will come as no surprise that one of the retorts to him comes from Rees Mogg, who, in a very witty zinger, says it's rubbish, and said that he basically implies that it's Carney's fault because he was a bad partner.
Ouch. Okay. Dawn, we're going to talk about this one in The Sun, aren't we? Because it's all about those buy one, get one free deals within the kind of junk food arena here in supermarkets.
Yeah,
and Rishi Sunak, what's he saying about
this is covered in all the papers.
Yeah.
It's on The Sun's page 2, basically. Just days after Rishi Sunak says there will be no more U-turns, this is U-turn. This is basically the 2-year ban, the ban on junk food, buy one, get one free, with high fat, high sugar, high salt, etc., was meant to be coming in this October, Leah. But now it's going to be October 2025. Now, Rishi Sunak's excuse for going back on this is the fact that he thinks it's unfair on families in a cost of living crisis, despite the fact we have a horrific obesity problem in this country. But the bottom line is, I think critics have said that they've done the sums on this one, and they've said if you do ban the buy one get one free deals, it will only save the average adult about 3 to 4 calories a day. So it's not really going to make a huge difference to the obesity crisis, whereas it will help hard up families. But it's yet another U-turn.
It gets the headlines.
It gets your headlines, and it's another U-turn.
Yeah, okay.
And if you're going out to get your barbecue stuff this afternoon, you can still get a good deal.
Paul, talk to me about the eye, because shock horror, Donald Trump doesn't fulfil one of the pledges that he promised.
Yes, beware of false prophets. you can apply as many readings of Donald Trump and his character to this one small story as you like, but it does feel very indicative. After he was indicted on 37 federal charges in Miami on Tuesday, he was taken to a famous Miami restaurant, Versailles, where a lot of his supporters had gathered to wish him happy birthday. It was his birthday on Wednesday, he turned 77. And while he was there, he shouted, "Food for everyone." He was going to get it, pick up a tab for everybody. He then snuck out without putting his hand in his pocket, didn't pay a dime. So beware of anything that Donald Trump says or promises. He will not even buy you a sandwich.
Dawn, I'm loving this story next in the Mail because Tutankhamun went on a bit of a rampage.
Yeah, this is great. I love this story. This is the exact cause of Tutankhamun's death at 19 has been an enduring mystery, Leah.
Okay.
You know, was it a bitter rival? Was it an illness? No, a lady called Sophia Aziz believes that he died in the aftermath of a high-speed chariot accident whilst drunk on wine.
Oh, wow.
Basically, he was a teenage drink driver. So she's based this theory on the fact that his mummified body had a broken leg and he was buried with 6 chariots and a stash of wine.
Oh, wow. Drinking too much and basically
Just
went
an
out.
average teenager. You've got it to come, Leah.
I'm glad.
I know they're only little at the moment, but give it a few years.
And Paul, tell me your best dad joke then, because this is the Mirror actually, and it's a survey revealing the top 10 dad jokes. Have you got any in your back pocket?
Yes, I do. I can give you a couple of, because what it does, it implies that jokes from dads are bad, whereas these are very, very funny, these top 10.
Okay.
I can give you one of them here.
Yeah.
I only know 25 letters of the alphabet. I don't know why.
Oh, no,
That's a good
come on.
joke. But here's one that isn't in it. A man goes to the doctor and he says to the doctor, "I don't feel well." And the doctor says, "Let's have a look at you." "Oh my goodness, you get 3 minutes to live." And the man says, "This is terrible. Can't you do anything?" The doctor said, "I could boil you an egg."
Do you know, on that note, Paul,
Please.
we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for your company. Join us in the next hour. Thank you.